Placing a trade shouldn't be complicated. It should be smooth as butter. The Fidelity app makes investing easy with zero-commission U.S. stock and ETF trades, no account minimums, and fractional shares trading. Fidelity, where nothing comes between you and the trade. That's smooth. Download our app free from the App Store or Google Play. Sell orders are subject to an activity assessment fee from 1 cent to 3 cents per $1,000 of principal. No account minimums apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Have you heard? Sling TV offers the news you love for less. Hey, wait. You look and sound just like me. I am you. I'm the same news programs on Sling TV for less. You mean you're me, but for less money. A lot less. I'm all the favorite news programs and more on Sling TV starting at just $40 a month. Everything great about me, but for less money? Which makes me greater, don't you think? Get the news you love and more for less. Start saving today. Visit sling.com to see your offer. Sling.
Welcome. I should preface and get it out of the way. I just want you to know, dude, you inspired me so much, and you are the reason that I started streaming on Twitch 4 years ago. And through that, I cannot tell you how many lives that I've touched, and I swear it's because you showed me that it was possible. So it's so cool that we can step into being a leader. And I'm sure when you started on your journey, you didn't set out to be a leader, but you followed your heart. You knew what you were good at, and you worked on your craft every single day, and you were patient with the process. And now here we are years later, and you're still literally a pioneer leading the way, and you're so fearless and bold, and it's just been so inspiring, dude, honestly.
Hunter, dude, listen, dude, thank you for filling up the self-esteem bucket for like the year. I think we're good. We're good. That's amazing. Thank you, bro. Listen, you want to come on here every week, and you can just, Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, your ultra mega big gulp, and the snacky cakes, and settle in as we prepare for the grand entrance of the one and only, the charismatic, the super studly, multifaceted acting, streaming, and fitness sensation, Hunter Clowdus. Hailing from the vibrant, vibey state of Tennessee where whiskey flows like waterfalls, Hunter grew up an avid sports player. He attended the University of Alabama, where he played shortstop and had his sights on a pre-dental school. You heard that right. This hunk was going to pull some teeth, but the silver screen called his name, and Hunter made a dash to Hollywood, where he graced the screen as J.J. Parker on the CW's All-American, along with a medley of other roles. Hunter is more than just a talented star. He's a streaming sensation, a gaming guru, a motivational force, and the brains behind Clowdus Clothing. We're jumping in with Hunter to unravel the layers of his dynamic personality, exploring his journey from baseball dreams to Hollywood's glittering lights. So silence those cell phones, folks. Prepare to embark on the epic, extraordinary life journey of Hunter Clowdus. Hunter, welcome.
Dude, okay, now we need some fireworks. Whoever wrote that copy, I need them to be my publicist, because that was incredible. I just need some smoke like blowing everywhere, and then there you go. I have arrived. I have arrived, bro.
Welcome,
Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that Cam or Andre that does that? Cam, is that you?
It's always Cam.
Oh, Cam, that's what I'm talking about, dude. All right, man. Well, dude, again, welcome. Thank you for that incredible, the kind words originally, man. I really appreciate it. Seriously. All right, I'm looking. I got. Listen, not only does he write incredible intros, man, but he does his deep dive into the research. And I am told you're kind of hooked on some golf lately, dude. You've been bit.
Oh, a little something. Let me tell you what's going on, dude. Okay, so I started years ago. I would get asked. I worked on a movie called Transformers, and I did stunts on that film. And that's when it was the one with Mark Wahlberg, and that's when I first kind of started developing a relationship with him and his team. As you know, Mark is an avid golfer, so you know, there's a lot of time in between scenes and takes, and we would talk about golf. And him and his entire crew play a ton of golf, and they would ask me, hey, you want to come play? And I would always have, some excuse, oh, I can, or what have you. And it's because I didn't know, dude. It's because I didn't freaking know.
We never did.
I was like, Yeah, so I was like, I took it upon myself about 8 months ago. Like, I was like, okay, enough is enough. And someone asked me to go play, and I said yes. Bro, it was insane. So, like the intro said, I grew up playing just about every sport: baseball, football, tennis, track. Went to Alabama to play baseball. So swinging, I've been doing it since I was 5. But a golf swing is so different. And you don't have to be like the most jack strong person that I thought you had to be. I thought you just had to like swing out of your shoes. No. Golf is all about tempo. It's all about contact. It's all about form. I mean, there's so much like finessing that you have to do. And when you do, oh my gosh, it is the most satisfying haptic feedback that I have ever felt. 8 months ago, I was swinging out of my shoes, and dude, I didn't even know where the ball was going because I couldn't even track it with my eyes. For the past 8 months, dude, I have like dedicated my entire life. Like, I have a room in my house that is literally now a golf sim. Like,
do you have a golf simulator? Yeah. Oh,
yes, dude. It is amazing. And get this. So yesterday, I had the honor of going to one of the most exclusive clubs out here in LA, and I played the Riviera Country Club. Have you had a chance to play it yet?
No. I haven't played in golf. Have not played golf yet in Cali. I played it this one place in Vegas though, which is like, it was like basically the same thing that you just said, but for Vegas. So yeah, how was it, dude? Did it feel like you got transported to a different world?
Yes. No, dude. No, honestly, like the history was just so rich, and it was one of those things that obviously it felt surreal, but it was like, it was humbling, and it was like, I don't know, it made you like want to respect your process. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm sure as this podcast goes on, like we'll kind of get into kind of my mindset when it comes to one thing is everything and making everything work for us, not against us. But truly, it was a moment of like, wow, I am deeply grateful that I picked up this sport and kind of plugged myself into the community that is in the golf game. But dude, the weather, usually, okay, LA, we have the best weather in the world. Yeah, like it is just amazing. Mostly. Yesterday, it was a monsoon. It was straight up a Johnny tsunami, dude. Like, when I tell you, you couldn't see, like, my caddy was in rain pants.
You were golfing in it?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I wasn't missing this opportunity, bro. So, anyway, we're golfing. Caddy can't even like see where the ball is going, and everyone else like went home. They packed it up, and it was me and this other guy and our caddy, and then I had a videographer there like capturing some content for me, and we were literally the only 4 people playing golf on the entire premises of the Riviera Country Club. Bro, it was
feeling.
Like, dude, I was like,
what a
this
feeling.
Is crazy.
Yes.
And yeah, we couldn't even, it was raining so hard, man, we couldn't even hold onto our clubs. Like, we had to take off our gloves.
Because it got so, bro,
yes,
dude.
Yes.
I have my gloves are so wet. So this is like, I was drinking pretty heavily when I was golfing when I started with my buddies, and we're in Florida, bro. It literally rains on and off like sometimes all day. And so it was raining. It was raining. It was beautifully sunny. And then I don't know where, dude, it just opened up. We're on like the 13th hole of this one course, and it's a par 3. It's only 120 yards. My buddy Tim is sitting in the golf cart underneath some trees waiting for it to pass, and me and Dennis are hammered, just soaked head to toe. There's not an ounce of our body that's dry, and I'm trying, and I'm new. I'm like a month in, bro, so I'm still missing the ball when I'm swinging, dude. Like, topping it goes 1 yard, and I missed the ball. I swung and missed the ball like 5 times in a row with my pitching wedge. And my buddy Dennis is like, you got to try mine, bro. Try mine. It's definitely the club. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He hands me his, and it just flings out of my hands into the river, dude. So I lost his pitching wedge. Bro. So I know what you mean by like, you can't even hold on to the clubs and you're swinging. But
you know what, dude? I think you just hit on something that people need to understand, and I think what you hit on is how beautiful unplanned can be. Yeah. I think in life, like we're so focused on our 1, 2, 3s, our ABCs, and yes, of course that matters. Like, it's so hard to get to a destination if you don't have a roadmap. You need directions. However, sometimes there's a detour. Sometimes you take a left crazy, when you wanted to take a right. Sometimes it's raining like crazy, and you sling a freaking pea pea wedge,
a pea wedge,
in the river.
50 feet, it went further than the ball, man.
But dog, that is the story that we're talking about in 2024 January, bro. Like, dude, like it's just there's so much beauty found in the unplanned, and I just want everybody, as we're getting into the new year, to really lean into that. Like, dude, things aren't going to go our way this year, but maybe they actually are going our way if we just happen to have a bit more of an open mind and allow things to just come and go and stop being so rigid and tight. I just think there's a lot of life lesson in that cool little story that you shared. So thank you for that.
Dude, no problem, bro. And so okay again. So what's the club called again that you went to? I want to Google
the Riviera Country Club.
Riviera Country Club. Okay. So I went and played at we'll get a little bit more into golf because I do want to dive more into this. But I played at this. It's called Shadow Creek in Vegas.
Oh yes, bro. Yes,
yeah,
that's like $1,000 course.
Yes, dude. We got out there. We were the first ones out there. It was like 6 in the morning. Me and my security who were down there, we had a day off, and I was like, bro, do you want to play in this? He loves golf. I'm like, do you want to play this with me? And he goes, are you kidding me? He's like, I would fucking die if I could play this with you.
Oh yeah.
So we're there 6 a.m. We're warming up, dude, and this is Vegas, bro. Vegas is like it's a desert. It's in the middle of nowhere, bro. When I tell you this place, it literally felt like I was teleported to a different world, right? Like to have a full 18 holes of shrubbery and greenery and some of the best like greens I've ever seen in my entire life in the middle of a desert. Like it was insane. There was like wildlife and like birds and shit. It was it's unreal. So I'm so happy that I got into it. It was pretty much the exact same way you did, where like in the sense that my buddies constantly were asking me to go. They were always needing a third or a fourth. I'd never golfed before, right? I didn't even have clubs. I was just like, no, I'm good. No, like you guys go have fun. Okay, whatever. And then finally one day they're like, Tyler, just fucking come. And I was like, all right, guys, whatever, man. Like, we'll see. And then I hit like one good drive, and I just, it's that moment. It's that moment.
That's all it takes. That one hit, and you're like, oh yeah, like I think I could probably do this. No, it's cool. And something I love about it is how much work it does for your mind. Like it really teaches you patience. It teaches you to slow down. You have to slow down. And
if you rush, you're screwed. Like
you're screwed, bro.
Because you're right. You mentioned like tempos, everything. And I always thought, I'm like, that's so silly, bro. Like, no, I need to just swing as hard as I can and the ball will go further. And like, it's like your buddies record you and it's just like, I'm like, guys, record this swing real quick. I want to see what I look like. And you think it feels really good. And then you look back at it and you look like a freaking, like just an absolute degenerate. And you're just like, that's what I look like.
Yeah. No, that's actually a really good tip for anybody that is like kind of interested in it. I think there is a bit of like fake it till you make it. Like if you just absolutely suck at something, like look at people that don't suck and just try and emulate. Like that's a great like little reset to start over. And now of course you'll have some people that the weekend warriors, and we love them. Shoot, I'm one half the time. But that say, oh no, like just swing your swing and you'll be fine. And they have the ugliest swings, and somehow yes, it does land in the fairway. But I think there is something that can be beautiful, and I should say scalable about having an aesthetic swing. Like yes, maybe you can swing horribly and get it in the fairway, but you won't be able to add 25, 50, 100 yards to that over the course of your career. Exactly. The ceiling is much lower, and you'll reach it much sooner if you don't abide by like the simple biomechanics of your body to be able to generate swing speed and all that good stuff. So recording your swing, it really does help to like get an idea of what's going on.
Most humbling experience that's ever happened to me, bro. I'm like, dude, my drives feel really good today, man. You want to record this real quick? Look back at it. I'm just like throwing up. I'm like, okay, never mind. We're done with that.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm so serious. Next time you're in LA, let me know, and we'll get out on a course somewhere. It's just so much fun, dude. It's such a vibe.
Absolutely. Such a vibe. Are you golfing under 100 yet? Like or around it?
Dude, I heard that was one of your goals in 24 to like consistently be under 100. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So right now I'm at about like a 90. Like my best score is a 98. The best good, I felt I played. I've been playing for only like 6 months now, 7 months now.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, we started like almost the exact same time.
We might have literally played at the exact same time. You never know, dude.
Yeah.
We might have went out on the same day
there
across the country.
There you go.
Oh, dude, but the best I've ever felt was I did a 104, but it felt so good, man. I had so many par and birdie opportunities. I had 2 different eagle opportunities on par 5s because I hit
That's huge.
I know, right? I'm 80 yards out and I'm really my short game is actually getting much better. So if I'm 80 yards out, I'm pretty much going to be within 10 yards of the pin, which is really nice. But then I three putt more than I 3-putt more than anyone I know, dude. I can't do it.
Yes. No, listen, dude. So again, when I played recently, that was my first time with a caddy, and he caddies for people on tours, Justin Thomas.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's legit. So just how he was phrasing his green readings was so cool. So he'd say, okay, this is we're a ball out, but we want to go 120 tempo here. So we're gonna die at about 2 feet past the hole. And I was trying to compute all this, and I was oh
excuse me?
but no, it's what is this language you speak of? But it was so cool. Again, I think it's amazing and now because we have access to amazing podcasts and technology where we can be our own investor in our own knowledge, we have the opportunity to learn from the greats that really study. We can go straight to the experts to really gain our knowledge, and I just love that about technology and just leaning into opportunities. But it was really cool to be around him and listen to which lines he would take. I was asking him so many questions just because I love being a student of the game. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, and I know you're the same way. If we're gonna do it, we want to do it, and we want to do it. We want to be the best, but at least the best version of ourselves
and the best in the group of friends.
Yeah. I went at it a little soft. No, we absolutely want to dominate.
No, 100%, dude. Oh my God, bro. I could talk to you about golf for this entire hour, Hunter. Honestly, I didn't think. Oh my God. All right, let's.
AFK with Ninja. I'm Dan Pashman, host of the Sporkful Food Podcast, and I'm excited to tell you about our new podcast, Deep Dish with Sola and Ham. Sola and Ham are chefs, YouTube stars, and a married couple. In each episode of Deep Dish, they deep dive into the surprising story behind a food, then see what it inspires them to cook up. The first episode starts off with 2 dead bodies and a trunk full of tamales. Listen to Deep Dish in the Sporkfuls feed, wherever you get your podcasts.
You've probably heard that when you're traveling to a different country, the locals truly appreciate it when you at least try to speak their language. With Rosetta Stone, you can do even better by becoming proficient in any of 25 different languages. For a limited time, Rosetta Stone gives you access to all 25 at once by offering a lifetime membership for 50% off. That's not annually. That's a one-time payment. So visit rosettastone.com now and save 50%.
Have you've taken upon yourself to get more serious with your health and your fitness and your strength somewhat recently, right?
Yeah. So since I moved down here, I've already been much healthier in terms of just what I'm eating and everything. But now this last month, I've cut out alcohol for dry January and sweets, which is dude, I'm the biggest fucking sweet tooth in the world. And I've already lost 10 pounds. Yeah, I've already lost 10 pounds. And I'm I could see my abs again for the first time in 3 years.
That's amazing. So I'm doing this challenge that's 75 hard, which is basically the first 75 days. You work out twice a day. You got to read a book for 10 minutes a day. You got to drink a gallon of water. There's a handful of rules.
Nice.
But one of the things that I have done is I've given up desserts because I too would literally my meal would not be complete unless I had dessert to end it off. It was part of the meal. I don't really crave it anymore. I
don't crave sweets either.
No, I'm able to just have my meal and then I'm done, and I'm not I'm missing something. I don't feel like I'm missing something anymore, which I think is a really cool spot to be in for anybody that is trying to make a change in their life. Again, the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, you will feel like, oh, I'm missing something, because you are.
Yeah.
But you'll grow into that person that you deserve to be, and realize that no, maybe you're not missing it, and you have more power than you think. So anytime we give up something, I think it's really cool, because what's actually happening is we're pulling the power back from said thing and putting it back into our own selves, which is such an empowering thing, you know?
I love the way you talk and think, man. And
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And dude, like, oh, this happens. I swear to God. And this, Cam, Andre, you don't have to say anything, but so there's so many, like every other guest, usually like I have like this moment where I feel like there's just so much in common, like, and it's crazy. And what you just said, and to a T, first off, the fact that we're both giving up stuff and challenging our bodies to be better, but like that is one, but also that feeling of like, that was when I knew I needed to stop having so many sweets. Is like, I was talking to Jess like towards the beginning of the year, and I have like, I used to have like a cup of coffee in the morning and some G Fuel and some other energy drinks, like when I work out, etc. And then dessert and sweets, of course, like at the end of meals and stuff. And I was always felt like it would be the middle of the day. You know, I just woke up. I only had water when I woke up, and I'm just chilling. And it's like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, dude, I am craving. I'm not hungry. I am craving. Like, I can feel it. It's in my throat. It's in my mind. Like, I want something sweet. I want like an energy drink. And not even caffeine. It's like I want something. I need a taste in my mouth. Is what is what I felt. I remember the moment. Epiphany. I like looked at Jess, because she was just walking out from like, you know, gaming and her morning routine, and I was like, Jess, I have a fucking problem. And she's like, what? I'm like, I am craving like something so sweet right now for no reason. And it's like 9 a.m. And I'm just so happy that I finally did it. Cause now I never have a craving like that. I've, you know, maybe like some fruit or something like that, but usually water just gets me going now.
Yeah, it's really cool to unlock our brain, right? Like, and actually realize like the supercomputer that it is. Like it is running the best processor. It has the most maxed out graphics card and RAM. Like it is a superpower, right, bro? Like so once you can kind of discover that and realize like we really are all powerful beyond belief. And I think actually sometimes our belief is what limits us. I really believe that. I really think we put these limits on ourselves. Like for
it's your subconscious, dude. Your subconscious is always listening, and people are always talking down about themselves, even as a joke, right? But it's like, you might be joking, but you know, you keep saying, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm slow, oh, I'm stupid. And like your brain's like, oh, he's fat, oh, he's slow, oh, he's stupid, oh, he's ugly. Like it,
So self-talk is huge. Talk is huge. Like the words you say matter so incredibly much. And I mean, obviously there are exceptions to the rule. If say, you know, I don't know, occasionally you can rag on somebody and give them a hard time, and it actually is all in good fun. But when you're constantly like almost playing the victim in a sense, and you're always like making fun of yourself, not in a comedic way, in a way that actually there's like some pain and truth behind it. And then I think like that's a version of like self-harm, honestly. Like it's just, you just have to stop doing that.
Totally. Yeah. You should never be, you know, the butt end of a joke all the time. And
I agree, dude.
It's situational. Like I can get into that, right? I always have other people ask me for bullying tips and stuff like that. And I'm always like, dude, you know, there's people in high school or whatever, in middle school, and sometimes I'm just like, you know, people make fun of me. I'm like, listen, if you are being made fun of, like, it's one of those things where if you pick on yourself first, like that is where it actually, I feel like it is a good time to do it. If you pick on yourself first, no one's going to pick on somebody that's picking on themselves. Like, dude, you walk up to a bully, literally, and you call yourself fat. Like, what's he going to be? Yeah, you are. It becomes weird. It's like a psychological thing. They're like, what the hell? Why is this guy making fun of himself first? Like,
dude, oh my gosh. Okay, you just hit on something that is so huge. So I think that is amazing. I think something that is good is to acknowledge the facts of life. So if you're overweight, cool. Like you look in the mirror, like, cool, I'm overweight, but I'm not always going to be, and I'm taking steps today to change that. So I think it's okay to own who you are, but not necessarily accept where you are, assuming that you want to change. But bro, you totally hit on something, and it's going to kind of hit home for you, just because I know you love your Detroit Lions. But I always say this. But listen, dude, I always say this because one of my favorite movies, life lesson based, is 8 Mile, because what Eminem did in the last rap battle, without spoiling everything, was he really owned himself. and it completely disarmed who he was about to battle, so much so that things went in his favor. So again, I think it's so important that we, like we said earlier, we realize that we are powerful beyond belief. That starts to pour power back into us. It empowers us, and then we're able to stand in a confident presence, which I think is where we all creatively must be to thrive.
Hold on, let me do. I don't know if it's picking up because I have like a noise gate or something. It's the snaps, dude. The snaps. Okay, man. All right. Deviating slightly away from the incredible golf conversation and self-help conversation, dude. We have to touch on this. It's obvious, bro. So first things first, my wife is a huge fan, by the way.
Awesome.
I think she just finished the most recent season of All American. It's been going on. What are you guys on, like season 7, 8?
Dude,
9,
it feels like it because
10.
because when we popped off was in the middle of the pandemic, and that was just such a crazy time. We did completed 5, and then currently they are shooting 6. So this is a scoop that like no one knows, but I'll give you the inside because you're my boy. Without spoiling anything too much, because I've had a few press releases where like I disclosed slightly. But so my character JJ Parker, which was an absolute joy to play, and I should also tell everybody this: when I got that audition, I went to the table read, which is where everybody comes together and reads the script for the first time. And they hadn't even given me that role just yet. Like that was still part of my audition, which is crazy. Typically, you would already be contracted and everything would be locked in. Then once they did give it to me, there was no JJ Parker. It was just JJ. There was no All American. It was untitled April Blair project, which April Blair was the creator of the show. So like this was completely from scratch, everything. But they said, okay, Hunter, we like you. We're going to give you 8 episodes, and then that's going to kind of be it. But if you're okay with that, and then we'll do it. And of course, at this time, I didn't have anything else going on. So I was like, sure. I mean, we'll do 8. And it turned into 5 seasons of opportunities for me. And I just think it's so cool to whatever opportunity you're given to show up and show out and take a lot of pride in your preparation. I think that kind of transcends, acting, but just in life when opportunities arise. And the cool thing about them is look, man, there's some things on the horizon that none of us are aware of right now, but they're life-changing. They're pivotal moments in our life. So we prepare for them now as if we know what's coming, even though we don't know how great and grand it's going to be. Like, for example, with my training, I'm always thinking, okay, I got an action movie coming up. Now, is that true? Most likely. Now, it's not on the books. My agents haven't told me the title of it. Dude, it may not have even been written yet, but in 6 years when the phone rings, hey, I'll be ready.
You're
in 6
ready,
months
dude.
when the phone rings, I'll be ready. So I'm preparing for opportunities long before they're on the horizon, long before I can see them. I'm preparing for them. So I think that's what ultimately led me to getting more opportunities when it comes to that character and that arc. Now, dude.
Yes.
We got to wrap this thing up because I got to fill you in. So it was such a treat and such a joy, and I did not want to exit the show. No. But I know, bro. I know. But creatively, I think that they were feeling a lot of pressure because the CW as a whole is changing. I wholeheartedly believe this is going to be the last season of the show, as CW is going more towards live sports and non-scripted TV because it's much cheaper to shoot and distribute opposed to a scripted show. And so to lower their costs, that's kind of just the direction they're headed. So I think this is going to be it. I know that the episode order was a lot less, potentially even half of what it's been in the past. But that said, JJ Parker is no longer on All American. Again, dude, it's not how I wanted to end it. I really wanted to end it in a proper way to give proper closure to the fans because, I think you and I both have an audience that that it feels more like family, because without
Definitely.
them, we don't have what we have. And,
absolutely.
And we always want to give back and give them what they deserve. It really taught me that you can invest your whole life into something, but at the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you understand that. You understand that you got a lot of fans who perhaps don't know the harsh reality of life sometimes, or think that it's more of a personal decision. But no, truly, it was just
Yeah, it was
the
just
end of
time,
the
man. It
road
just
on that
happened, bro.
project. But we've had some since then, though. We've had some really, really cool films that I've auditioned for, and I can't say names that are attached, but it's pretty massive. So I'm
Let's
looking
go,
forward to the
dude.
next.
Congrats,
yeah,
man.
dude. Thank you, dude.
Listen,
I'm
one
looking
door
forward.
closes, 20 more open, man, and then you just walk through which one you want.
And now, with that said, I do think, assuming that you are a hard worker, that you are a true professional, that you have integrity and dignity, I think then absolutely your life will always continue to flourish. I think that the world has a way of fact checking you. So to everybody listening who has, the goals and aspirations and big dreams, just understand that you don't build the tallest building in life by tearing other people's buildings down. Like, there's enough room for everybody to win and everybody to be successful. And of course we can be competitive, but you never get ahead by, tearing people down and trying to hold people back. Like, there's so many cool things that that this year has already kind of presented. This being one of them. I mean that. I don't know if that opening is going to make the final cut of this, but
I'll make sure it does, dude. Cam, I'm gonna need that on like an audio file, by the way. That clip. I'll put that on my phone. It'll be my alarm every morning, dude.
No, bro. But truly, it's really cool to just take pride in your presence, pride in your preparation, and trust that amazing things are going to come your way. And I really believe that they do.
Hell yeah, man. Jesus, dude. I freaking, well, first of all, I mean, sorry to hear that, but also, again, but not, you know what I mean? Like, there's that, I watch Joe Rogan as well a lot too on his show, and he's got a lot of really intelligent guests that have, great quotes. And one of them was like the guy who says good, you say good at the end
Jocko.
of everything.
Yeah.
It's like, your dog died, which is obviously sad, but you're like, good. I was like, okay, well, you lost your job. Good. Your car broke down. Good. And it's like, eventually, it turns it around.
You've probably heard that when you're traveling to a different country, the locals truly appreciate it when you at least try to speak their language. With Rosetta Stone, you can do even better by becoming proficient in any of 25 different languages. For a limited time, Rosetta Stone gives you access to all 25 at once by offering a lifetime membership for 50% off. That's not annually. That's a one-time payment. So visit rosettastone.com now and save 50%.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
I have a really cool story about state that I want to tell you that is how I got my first acting role. So my first ever acting role, dude. I was in good shape. I went to the University of Alabama, and I had this great shirtless photo that I submitted to a casting director. And it wasn't shady. They were just looking for literal beast lacrosse players.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had this photo and I was like, boom, I've been playing lacrosse my entire life. Like, I went to state to play lacrosse, college D1, and I'd love to be on the show. So she called calls me and she says, hey, so just we would love to book you. You're great at lacrosse. I see your resume. Like, you're the most accomplished that we've had, submitted. So we want to book you. And I said, okay, like, say less. So I hung up the phone with her and I called my buddy Josh and I said, hey, Josh, you know that I've never played lacrosse a day in my life, but I just booked a huge TV show and I need you to teach me how to play lacrosse this weekend. Because he actually did play lacrosse in college. And I'll never forget it because, again, I basically told this casting director that, like, I was a lacrosse pro and I had never played in my entire life. Are you serious? Yes, bro. And I went out there and shot the show. It was the MTV's Teen Wolf, which was a huge show at the time.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Yes, dude. And I get out there. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. It's like 3 a.m. because it's a night scene. And just so everybody knows, if ever you see a night scene in a TV show or film, it probably started around 8 p.m. at night, and it probably finished around 6 a.m. in the morning. Like, that's just acting days are typically, 12-hour days. And if it's nighttime, like, you have to use all 12 hours of darkness to get your night shots because studios have to rent out studios and equipment and lighting, and they lose money if they reserve them for like less than 8 hours. That's why you will never work less than 8 hours, especially crew on a show, because they lose money from the rentals. So you have to at least work usually 10 to 12 hours. But anyway, yes, that is how I got my start, and it was background. But again, I was in good shape. I was charismatic. I tried to carry myself in a professional way, and that actually led me to getting my first line on that TV show, which gave me the confidence to say, okay, I actually want to explore this more. And then eventually moved out to LA and continued to grind. And as they say, the rest is history. I guess before we go into the rest is history, there was a solid 5 years where I was still doing background out here in LA. I was like sleeping on a floor with a buddy of mine. Like, we had no money. Like, I drove out here straight from Chattanooga, Tennessee, 35-hour drive. Didn't stop to get a hotel because I didn't have the money, bro. I didn't have the money to stop. I said, I have to get there now because I can't afford a hotel. Right. So it was a grind, but again, it's like there's just so much beauty in the unknown. And I think, the unknown perhaps doesn't have to be that level of risk. I think at my age then it kind of made sense. Like, I really had nothing to lose, but I think as we get older, it's still important to embrace the beauty of the unknown and take on, as you get older, maybe more calculated risk. But I still think it's so important as a human being to take risk, to feel that feeling of pressure. Like, we can't lose that. So whether it's raising the stakes, playing from the front tees and like really trying to shoot low or what have you, it's just so important to stay competitive and take risk in life. It gives us a sense of urgency, which is much needed when it comes to moving forward, which we have to do.
Hunter, when you were, so you said when you got your first line in the show, like, how did that go? How did that come about? So, like, what was the did you show up? Did you show up? You were in the background like you always were, doing another scene or something like that, and then all of a sudden the director comes up to you and they're like, hey, would you like a line? Question. Was it like, would you like a line? Or was it like, we're giving you a line? Or like, how did that come about?
This is a great question, bro. So they booked me as, this was another day. They had me coming back and they booked me as a go-go dancer. Okay. Now I came from Tennessee and I don't want to say super sheltered, but potentially more than maybe, my West Coast counterparts. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what that is, but it's acting. So whatever it is, I'm good with it. So I show up and this guy says, so you like really go-go, huh? And I was like, yeah, dude, I do. Bro, I kid you not. He pulls out these giant leather boots that go up to his kneecap. They're on like a 6-inch platform. I'm like, holy crap, bro, what is going on?
Like, you're about to go-go. That's what's going on, dude.
Yes. Dude, I'm like, that's crazy. So I guess you dance in those. Like, he's like, oh yeah, like we get up on the poles. Does where you dance at not have poles? And like, dude, my heart sunk to, like, it leaked out of my shoes, and I was like, I'm in the wrong place. So I call my mom. I kid you not. I called my mom and I said, hey, Mom, I feel really uncomfortable here. I don't really know what's going on, but I just feel uneasy. And she says, absolutely, like, just come home. And again, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. This was in Atlanta. So about an hour and a half drive. And she's like, just come home if you don't feel comfortable. So I'm like, okay, hang up the phone with my mom. The first person that walks by me, I say, hey, dude, I think I'm just going to head home. I didn't really know what was going on here. And he had this English accent and he says, and and by the way, my English accent's terrible. I'm going to give it to you. He said, yes, before you go, could you read this? And I said, sure. And I didn't know what I was going to read. He held up a piece of paper and I said, yeah. And I read it, right? Yeah. And he said, wonderful. Could you do that on camera? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Bro, so the guy that I asked, which I thought was just, maybe a PA, which is a production assistant, or just, somebody that could help me get shuttled back to my car, was the writer of the freaking episode that they were shooting.
No, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I like to see.
So that is how I got my first line. And then that's when I was like, okay, maybe I like this side of it more, which again is the principal work. Yeah, bro. So, but that's how it all got started. That's how I ever got into my first acting background role, and then also my first speaking role. Those are the two stories, bro.
That's sick, man. Dude, Hunter, this has been incredible, man. We're a little bit towards the end of our delicious, nutritious, and incredible conversation, bro. So we're gonna do this or that. We're gonna finish with this or that and some other questions to wrap up the show, bro. You ready?
Copy you. Let's do it.
All right. This could be as little or as deep as you want for your answers. Okay, bro?
Okay, I got you.
Okay. All right, dude. Streaming or acting?
Oh my gosh. Streaming for community and deep relationships, acting for reach, notoriety, and accessibility into things. So acting obviously provides a platform, at least for me, that has been life-changing. But then it's so cool to have streaming because that's where you actually are able to build and develop real relationships that go beyond just the screen. So really, that's so tough.
That was the answer. You just fucking nailed it.
Yeah. I'll take
you
it.
don't even have to choose. That was incredible. That was honestly one of the best answers, from this or that I think I've ever gotten. And I have to agree with it entirely too. By the way, I think that streaming really is it's definitely you build the biggest connection with people from streaming. It's near impossible to build a connection with your audience and with your fans when you're an actor because you never see them, right? It's all, and to put it bluntly, you're an actor, you're acting most of the time. Yeah. Very rarely do you get the opportunity to play yourself and play exactly who you are. So hail yeah. Great answer, dude. All right, dude. California, Alabama, or Tennessee?
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, thank you for these questions because you and your team were very thoughtful in doing the research and pulling these. California, I really cannot praise the weather enough. I never really, and I know we started off with the rain, with the rib and the rain story, but I really never have to factor that in. If I want to go play golf next Thursday, I probably can. Yeah. I will never have to factor in the weather. It's cold to me is 60 and I'm shivering out here. So there's certainly, the weather, you got to pay the weather tax, as people say out here. So I love that. However, I really, really love Tennessee when it comes to the people in the community and the handshakes and just kind of the way people's minds kind of work there. It seems to be perhaps a more genuine, down to earth bunch. Yeah. So you
don't have to pick one. You don't have to pick one. It's fine, dude.
I'll go on record and say, dude.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't want to, dude.
Okay.
All right. Baseball or golf?
Dude, I'm so bad at this or that. I'm taking or. I mean, I'm taking and. It should be this and that, and I'm taking and every time.
And golf. All right.
Yeah. But I want to say golf just because of how long you can play it, the community around it, the fact that you can do it with your family, the fact that you and your girlfriend or wife or boyfriend or husband or whatever can just go out there and ride around a golf cart for a few hours. Dude, are you kidding me? It's dude. Golf is truly, truly special, and I think it brings a lot of people together. A cool bunch of people can kind of find commonality in golf. So I'm gonna go with golf.
All right. We finally got an answer, dude. It took us 5. All right. Leaning on that answer, dude. Front 9 or back 9?
Oh my gosh, dude. That's such a good question. I think back nine.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I don't know why, bro. I don't know why back nine always has this like.
It just hits different.
It does, bro. It's like a different vibe. I don't know what it is, but you get to the back nine and it's just like, I don't know, maybe because you've already been playing for 2 hours and there's not all this like giddiness. You've kind of like settled in. It's just more of a vibe. Like back nine truly is more of a vibe.
Agree. Arm day or leg day?
Oh my gosh, dude. I love leg day because you feel like an athlete. Like on leg day, like you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm an athlete. On arm day, like you can get a good pump, but it's not like the full body, feeling that you get from leg day. So I love when my arms are a bit more jacked, but leg day really is special. It's hard. It's challenging. You're more proud of yourself typically after a leg day. So I'm going to go with leg day. Over arm day.
Dude, I have to, here's the thing, I have to agree, but I hate that. I hate on leg day when you just have like a crazy lift, because first off, it's almost impossible to do a leg day and not have a crazy lift. Number one. Yeah. You can't have like I really don't think that there's something as a soft leg day. Okay.
Yeah.
But like that feeling after a crazy set when you're like, just you can't like walk for a second, dude. You gotta wait. Yeah. Depending on what you're doing. Anyways. But here we go. This is the segment where you can't go wrong. Now we're just going into other questions. There's no this or that, dude. Okay. What is your go-to workout tunes or playlist?
Oh my gosh, I kid you not. It's like 2016 rap and R&B. And I know that's a weird. So it probably scales back to like the 10s, which sounds even weird saying it, but probably like 2010 to like 2016, 17. And I think it's because that's when I was my most hungry. Like I know earlier I was like, yeah, like I slept on floors. Like I remember, dude, I was like lighting candles because like I didn't have electricity in my little studio apartment. Like it was, but that's the music I was listening to. I was like, dude, I can do this. Like I just got to get up and work harder. So like there's this nostalgic energy around that time frame, the 2010s to like the 15s, which I think just to give people perspective, that's probably when I was like 18 to 23, 24. And I was just dead broke, but hungry as could be in more ways than one. My belly was hungry, but so was my heart. And that's what I was bumping. That's kind of what got me through. So yeah, it depends. Sometimes we can get too new age with the music, if you will. And it doesn't have like the same like bass line. Like there isn't the same, I guess, character in the beats, because honestly, when I'm lifting, like sometimes I'm rapping it too, but a lot of times I'm just like, basing my rest periods off, kind of when it goes from chorus to chorus. I know, okay, that's about,
you're waiting for the drop. Yeah.
I
set timers just to be like, to make sure I'm getting the right. I'm not messing with it.
Yeah, that's the smart way to do it. But that would be the music of choice.
All right, dude, we're down to our final 2 questions, Hunter. We ask all of our guests this, okay? So strap in and strap on, dude. If you had to delete all but 3 applications from your phone, which one would you keep? And like Gmail doesn't count. You have to download them from the App Store. So give it to me, dude.
Instagram for sure. I would have to download because I love expressing myself in that sense. I guess another app that I would keep would be, dude. I'm gonna put you guys on some like actual heat right now. This is silly. I just opened my phone and I'm like looking at my apps. I'm like, wait, what would I keep? Dude, I'm gonna put you all on some games. So anybody that runs social, specifically Instagram, and you take photos and you just want to make them pop more, there's an app and it's completely free and it's called Remini. Remini, and I'm not sponsored or anything, so they should be giving me some buckarooskies for that drop. But I'm putting it out there because I want to put everybody listening on some game. It will absolutely transform your photos. It edits them amazing. Again, Remini. So I would keep Instagram, I would keep Remini, and goodness gracious, oh my gosh, Amazon. Hello.
Amazon. So no food app. So no DoorDash, no Uber Eats. I know, dude. always have to.
Dude, sneaky on that one.
Come on,
I completely.
I guess you're cooking your food for the rest of your life, man.
I'm
You can't.
cooking my food.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But no, Amazon's pretty dope. I usually get a package like every day. I just, get on there, and that's where I do most of my shopping.
It's like that high, Brian. I mean, dude, like,
yeah, bro.
Oh, what's it? Dude, I forgot what I ordered. What's in this package, dude?
Every time I'm like, I don't know. It's like Christmas every day.
Every day, dude. 100%. All right, dude. Final question. This is more of a philosophical question. The name of the pretty much. The name of the podcast is called AFK with Ninja. Define AFK. We already know what it stands for. It stands for away from keyboard for all of you noobs out there that don't know what the acronym means. But what do you do when you're AFK, dude?
Yeah. I love that. And I love that you preface saying it's a bit philosophical, because I think we all have that AFK, whether we're able to define it or not. I want to tie a quote in here that I think is really beautiful, and I heard it the other day, and I want to share it with you guys. And it goes, "Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others." Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. So as we're thinking about what is our, not necessarily escape, but what is our investment in a holistic manner, like where is the ultimate aim point for us? And I think it's so important that we have a vision that ties back into who we ultimately want to become. So I think my AFK is streaming. I think it is golf. I think it is working out. I think it is having the opportunity to talk to some of the greats who are out there doing it, the pioneers of different industries and spaces. I think my AFK is life itself, because I extrapolate lessons from everything, and I allow them all to manifest in their own unique way. So again, vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others.
So the experiences of life is kind of like a way, right? Like that's like just like what life has to offer is how you get it. I love that, man.
Nailed it.
That's definitely the most unique answer we've had so far. Dude, Hunter, thank you for taking the time to be here, man, and sharing your wisdom, dude, and your outlook on life. It has been very refreshing on my side, and I'm sure that everyone who listens to this is also going to be just, inspired to say the absolute least. So thank you, bro.
Dude, it truly was such an honor. You and your community have just absolutely continued to grow and evolve and be just brilliant throughout the years. So I really look forward to seeing everything that you got cooking, not only this year, but for many more to come. You truly are a legend. So it is my greatest honor to hop on this AFK with you and do this podcast. So thank you, and we'll do it again soon.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, man. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of another epic AFK with Ninja episode. If you've enjoyed the journey thus far, please consider leaving a rating, review, and hitting that follow button. We have a ton of incredible guests coming your way, and I want you to be the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, catch you soon.
It's AFK with Ninja. Ninja's got a show. It's AFK with Ninja, the best podcast in the world. AFK.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcastfree. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcastfree, shopify.com/podcastfree.